Hello and welcome to Road Warrior from India. Today we would be taking you on Southern Odyssey 2020, a road trip which was the brainchild of my friend Michael George. On day 1, we started from Chennai and traveled all the way to Madurai. We had breakfast, lunch, and lots of break for having tea on the way to Madurai. In Madurai, we stayed at Oyo Ananda Inn. This was one of the dirtiest Oyo we have ever seen. On day 2, we started from Madurai and drove all the way up to Nagarkoil. The journey was very pleasant and there was greenery all around. This was my friend Michael George reliving his childhood days. We visited the St. Xavier's Cathedral, which is the 16th century cathedral visited by the famous Saint Xavier. We also visited the Nagaraja temple, from which the town derives its name. On day 3, our first stop was Muttam. Muttam is a very small fishing village in Tamil Nadu. It is famous for its beautiful beaches. It has a lighthouse and it's also famous for its All Saints Church. Muttam has featured extensively in Tamil movies. Now we are driving to the All Saints Church in Muttam. The All Saints Church was built between 1875 and 1914 and is heavily influenced by Portuguese style. The Portuguese architectural and structural planning can be seen in the magnificent facade and simple yet wonderful insides. The views from the church of the village of Muttam, the harbour and the sea are extremely beautiful, as you can see from the following visuals. Our next stop was the Muttam Breakwater. The Muttam Breakwater is a man-made structure made in order to make the waters shallow so that boats can enter into the boat repair yard, which is located at the JPR harbour. This is a view of the boat repair yard at the JPR harbour in Muttam. We also had the opportunity to see 100 tons of ice being made in an hour at the JPR fishing harbour in Muttam. Our next stop was Kanyakumari, where we visited the Vivekananda rock. This rock was the place where Swami Vivekananda attained enlightenment. This place is the confluence of 3 seas, namely Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. On day 6, we started from Nagarkoil and our first stop was the beautiful waterfalls at a place called Tiruparappur. As you can see, the water was flowing. It was an amazing sight. Unfortunately, we couldn't take a shower as we hadn't been prepared. If you want, you can take shower and there are beautiful changing rooms independently for ladies and gents separately. The facility is very well maintained. It has clean bathrooms, restrooms, and it also has a dining hall. It also has a separate pool for little children. There is also a boating facility in the catchment area, which is just behind the falls. This is the boating area where there are two types of boats, a paddle boat and a rowboat. Our next stop was the Padmanabhapuram Palace at a place called Takkalai. Padmanabhapuram is the former capital city of the Hindu kingdom of Travancore. Though this place is in Tamil Nadu, the palace is still managed by the Kerala government. This palace was constructed in 1601 by Ravi Varma Kulashekara Perumal, who ruled Wayanad between 1592 and 1609. This palace consists of several structures. The first one is Mantrasala, the King's Council Chamber, then the Thai Kottaram, the Natakasala, and a 4-storied mansion at the center of the complex. Apart from this, it also has Tekke Kottaram, the southern parlor. The palace is open from 9 am to 4:30 pm from Tuesday to Sunday. It is closed on Mondays and there is an entry fee of 25 rupees per adult and 10 rupees per child. They also charge 50 rupees for a still camera. After 5 days, we left Nagarkoil for Kutralam. On the way, we had this wonderful Nungu or palm sharbat, which is a local delicacy in a place called Aralvalmozhi. Nungu or palm sharbat is really good in the hot summer days. It is said to cool your body down. We had our lunch on the highway under a tree. It was a beautiful picnic lunch. Our next stop before Kutralam was the little town of Papanasam, which is very famous for its Shiva temple. The mighty river Papanasam flows through the town, and we stopped there for a while to enjoy the beautiful water flow and to take a few photographs as well. As you can see, there is a very good amount of water flowing in the river and it was quite a sight to watch. From Papanasam, we wanted to proceed to a place called Agasthyar Falls, but it was closed due to the ongoing tiger census. in the Western Ghats. So we reached Kutralam and went to the Five Falls. On day 8, we decided we would extend the tour by 2 days. We visited the birthplace of the great poet Subramanya Bharati at Ettayapuram. These are the artifacts which belong to Subramanya Bharati. These were the peers of Subramanya Bharati, and these are the relatives of Subramanya Bharati. From Ettayapuram, we proceeded to Rameshwaram, where we stayed the night. On day 9, we started from our hotel, which was very neat when compared to the Oyo, which we stayed in Madurai. Our first stop was the last point in the southeastern tip of India called Arichal Munai. This is actually an island in the Bay of Bengal. This is 17 kilometers from Rameshwaram. As you can see, the fishermen are hauling in their catch. Arichal Munai is the place where it is believed that Adam's Bridge or Ram Setu, which was built by Lord Ram, is thought to have started. Arichal Munai is actually a narrow strip of land surrounded by the sea on both the sides. The rocks which you see are there to prevent erosion. Our next stop was the ghost town of Dhanushkodi. Dhanushkodi was once a prosperous town from where a steamer used to depart for Sri Lanka till it was destroyed in a cyclone in 1964. Till today, all you can see in Dhanushkodi is the remains of the old buildings. We visited the Dr. Abdul Kalam Memorial before driving on to the Pambam Bridge. The Pamban Bridge is the only road which connects Rameshwaram, which is an island, with the mainland India. This road bridge was constructed only in 1988. Till then, the rail bridge, which is adjacent to this one, was the only link between Rameshwaram and mainland India. You can see the railway bridge. We reached the holy town of Velankani and we stayed there the night. This is Hotel MGM, a 3-star hotel where we had our dinner. Day 10 was our last day. We started for Chennai, but before leaving for Chennai, we visited the Basilica of Our Lady of Health, at Velankani. This basilica is very famous and attracts faithful from all over the world. We were fortunate to have visited so many temples and churches during the period of our 10-day tour. Thank you for watching this video, and please do not forget to subscribe and like. Thanks for watching.